Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at INT Cheelai. We can take a look at her as a rainbow level and also discuss why she's coming back into vogue. So, INT Cheelai is a really cool unit that brings a lot of utility to the teams that she's on. She's on the friendship lead of 130%. She has the ability to greatly raise defense for one turn on her super attack, and she also seals the enemy whilst also having a high chance to stun. She has Ki +3, defense of 139%. She foresees enemy super attacks within the character's attacking turn. She randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. Great chance of evasion of enemy's attack, an additional defense of 39% within the same turn with each attack evaded. And she also recovers 39% HP at the end of every turn every time the character has evaded 3 attacks in battle. She also gives all allies Ki +3, attack and defense of 39%. She has Flee, Cold Judgment, Battlefield Diva, New Freezer Army, Solid Support, Brainiacs, and Sharing the Limit, and she's only on 3 categories: Bond of Friendship, Pepe Gals, and Space Traveling Warriors. And the big thing with Cheelai and why she's so back into the meta, or why you're seeing her around the place, is for 2 reasons. One, obviously Zamasu coming out. Infinite Zamasu is 150% extreme lead. And this is big. 150% extreme lead essentially means that Cheelai is operating under a decent leader skill. And this allows you to mingle her with way more units than before. Now, the thing about Cheelai is all that utility. So like I listed, she has sealing, stunning, forcing super attacks, dodging, orb changing, and also, of course, she greatly raises defense as well. Plus, she brings support. So, it's really good. And when you mingle that with the teams that she's on, and you look at the orb-hungry units that are around her, to have a unit that doesn't need anything to realistically work is pretty good. Think of INT Merge Zamasu, INT Perfect Cell, Tech Zamasu, who also wants orbs in this infinite Zamasu form, and think of all the linking issues that a lot of them tend to have. She just smoothens out the team so much. 39% attack, 39% defense, all really solid stuff. Everything all together just comes together super duper well. Of course, link wise, she's not going to link great, and prioritizing her links isn't necessary. You want her to float, you want her to just kind of keep the orbs roaming around, and generally speaking she does a great job at doing that. All of a sudden the units that you were always struggling to get super attacks on, you don't struggle with. A lot of people are even also running her alongside the Broly, Cheelai, and Lemo, and that's also of course an option, and I think a lot of people are enjoying running them together because she does facilitate them. I mean, I'm going to show you an example. They share 2 great links, Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, and she also gives them the ability to easily get their 7 orbs, which gives them 100% evasion, which, last time I checked, 100% evasion is pretty good. Now, obviously, in events where she can't evade, there's a problem. I mean, it's pretty straightforward that if she can't evade, she's not going to look great, because her raw defense is about 130 to 170k, depending on lead, depending on links active. And yes, 39% per evasion is good, but if you can't evade, you can't activate that. And greatly raising 130 to 170k defense means realistically she sits at around the 200 to 250k bracket. So realistically speaking, her defense is okay in terms of raw defense, but when you add in that 70% evasion, she's really solid. And that's kind of where she's highlighted. Damage wise, there's nothing she offers, but it's her facilitation of the extreme teams that's really why people are starting to use her a lot and start to kind of push with using her. Like I said, you combine her with, for example, Tech Zamasu, who already creates tech orbs, and you end up with situations where you just have a ton of orbs all over the place, and this is very impressive. To just give a retrospective example as well, this is her on the Pepe Gals team, and you can see that the attack stats, this is her under 170% lead comparative to 150%, and you can see her attack stats, her defense stats will go up. But it's not too important. Whether she has 130k or 170k defense, whether she does 400k attack or 600k attack isn't relevant. The big thing is her facilitation of the team, and that's why she's so popular. Even in terms of build, giving her full evasion builds are currently in vogue, really just making her this almost untouchable support, and I can understand that. Additional's also okay on her, I feel. But yeah, I do understand that, evasion is probably the best build for her. I believe if you look at my build, I've split it between evasion and additionals. And it works quite nicely. You can see she's been evading quite reliably. I mean, a lot of it's obviously due to her 70% in her passive. But when that does fail to kick in, she'll have a backup 30 or so percent you can possibly give her. Which at the end of the day would probably be for the best. So yeah, Cheelai, great. Link levels, not too important. She's got great link levels, but they're not too important. So we'll run through them, but I don't think link leveling her matters. And I also don't think prioritizing her links matters. Yes, there's some great units with Cold Judgment out there and Brainiacs. You can run her alongside them on an extreme team, and she'll trigger them for you, which is fine. There are actually some really good picks that you can now run under Zamasu, pretty much any extreme option. Broly, Cheelai, Lemma obviously being that kind of imperative unit, but there's some time traveling units there, there's Golden, Cooler, there's a lot of interesting options to run. And you can run them if you want to, it's not the end of the world. Just, of course, I don't think prioritizing her with the links is necessary. Her activating them for another unit is always great. She doesn't need them. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it comes down to whether she evades, and it comes down to whether, of course, you can use or get her to activate her passive. But the amount of utility she brings for me, honestly, is fantastic. I think the way it just lets you kind of manage the rest of your team is awesome. And considering how heavy hitter Zamasu's team can be with units like Cell, units like Cooler, I think bringing one unit that facilitates the rest is honestly not a bad idea. Seeing super attacks, giving support, giving key, giving orbs. No one unit on that team does not want that. Merge Zamasu, Cell, Cooler, pretty much any of them all want and feel the need for everything that she brings. So yeah, really awesome unit, and that's it for me. Bye.